Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Beer Garden again. This week, along with Sarah, Steve, and Joe, and myself, will be previewing the race card on this Wednesdays at Happy Valley. But before talking about our triple trio selections, because we just seen a very sad news that Snowfall just passed away, and among his victory in UK and Ireland, which of them will be your most memorable one, Steve?
I think the memorable one is the Oaks. It was a demolition at the 16 length winner. Just a fantastic performance. But not only that, he also won the Irish equivalent, the Musidora, the Yorkshire Oaks, and not disgraced behind Torquato Tasso as well in the Arc de Triomphe, and even bounced back from that to be third in the Fillies and Mares at Ascot. Just a wonderful filly, and so sad to see her go so early. It's very, very tragic.
Yeah, I think so because it is really sad to hear that news. Such a really good feeling is really sad about it. And then, but maybe we will talk about because the entries for the Group One Centenary Sprint Cup in Hong Kong will be held on 23rd at the Sunday, 2 weeks later, and the fields are just out. There will be an entry of 9, and then there are some good sprinters right now in Hong Kong, and then Joe Morera selected to be on board Courier Wonder, and he instead of Master Egg, Joe selected to be on board Courier Wonder. Sarah, do you think that Courier Wonder can bounce back at the end of this month?
I do. I really do. And I think getting Marrera aboard is just an added bonus to how this horse can perform. I mean, we just saw Master 8 recently along the track. And I mean, I think that really kind of throws a wrench in with the jockey jump there is having Marrera go to Courier Wonder. I mean, Courier Wonder's been performing extremely well. It's exciting to see this field. I was just looking at the draw yesterday, and I was like, "This is going to be a tough race. Really, there's so much talent here. I mean, the Hong Kong sprinters are unbelievable."
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the Centenary Sprint Cup, and I will keep my eye on Master Egg, and hopefully he can still remain unbeaten. And how about you, Joe? Which sprinters right now in Hong Kong is your favorite?
Oh, I'm still on the big Skyfield believer. I really liked his performance in the Hong Kong International Sprint, but the only problem, was what happened during the sprint. But I mean, the field looks tough actually when you look at it. You have Hot King Prawn coming back, and Master Eight, who's surprisingly, as what you said, Joe's not gonna be on him. I don't know who's gonna be on him. Who's gonna be on him, Shreen?
Maybe Matthew Chadwick, one of your favorite jockeys.
Oh, and then you have Wellington Stronger still trying to bounce back, and even Computer Patch, he's still around. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the sprint. The cup is gonna have Golden 60, and I'm still very intrigued by More Than This, who actually beat a lot of the Japanese horses in the miles. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I mean Golden 60 is still gonna be, he's Golden 60. There's nothing much to say. He's Hong Kong's champion horse right now and trying to go for Silent Witness's big winning streak. So I still like. I mean, Golden 60 is gonna win, but I think something underneath right now, as far as looking at it, Why Cuckoo, Sky Darcy. I think More Than This is still trying to get that monkey off his back, so to speak.
Yeah, and hopefully maybe we can see that Golden 60 can set a new record in Hong Kong. And Steve, I know that Courier Wonder is one of your favorite horses in Hong Kong. Are you happy to have Joe on board this horse?
Yeah, I think he's made the right decision. He was unbeaten last year, and he's yet to win this season. But I think he's still a very young horse who is still a bit green in some ways. I don't think we've seen the finished article yet. I think he's a fantastic horse, and I think we'll see him. I think he'll get better as he goes along. Master Eight was good last time, but it wasn't a demolition that shot in. It was a ready win. But I think Morera's chosen wisely.
Yeah, definitely. And for me, I will also keep my eye on Wellington. And last season we saw him to win the German Sprint Prize at Shatin. What quite an impressive victory. And hopefully we can also see him to bounce back at the end of this month. And then so we jump to the triple trio on Wednesday at Happy Valley. The first leg will be race 5. It is a class 4 over a mile. Sarah, who do you like here?
I am taking Dr. Winning again. I know I brought him up very recently. The 3-horse here. Really, I'm not a fan of the ride that Bedell gave him last time out. This horse has so much, gusto, and so he wants to go to the lead. And you really need to hold him back. And Alexi just kind of let him go, and so he faded fairly quickly, as we saw. But we get Borges aboard. So hopefully he's I'm hoping that Borges has really studied this horse because he is a bit particular of how this horse likes to run. But I do think the barrier draw is really in his favor here, and he is coming against a lot of familiar competition. So my biggest thing is he's a great horse. He just needs to be held back and really sit towards mid pack, and then let the horse go come the stretch. So if he can get that kind of ride as we've seen before out of this horse, it could be an easy win for him.
Yeah, number 3, Dr. Winning, jumping from gate 1 on Wednesday, a really good chance for him. And Steve, do you also like Dr. Winning?
Yeah, I do. I like Dr. Winning. I picked him 2 runs ago when Moreira was on him and won. And then, of course, Moreira took Viva Popcorn last time, so I took the hint. But, of course, he came second, and Viva Popcorn, beaten by Villa Theon. Dr. Winning was back in 8th. Actually, to be honest, I thought Alexis Bedell gave him a fine ride. I just think he wasn't good enough on the day, but we'll see. Sometimes I think that's what happens. You win a race, the next time you're £5 higher, you don't always put the same run in, and you almost win alternately. I think he's a very good chance again. He's drawn in 1. And this time, of course, Moreira, he opts for Glorious Lover this time. And while I was kind of thinking you picked the right choice here and going for Viva Popcorn, this one's a bit more tenuous because Glorious Lover is nothing from 24, and he really should have won by now. He's a genuine horse, and he's been quite unlucky, but I'm just not sure if he can win at the 25th attempt. But he certainly has a good chance. But for me, Dr. Winning to get back to winning ways from the plum draw in 1.
Yeah, Dr. Winning, still a 4-year-old, still up and coming, and I think that he really deserves at least one more winner in Class 4. And Joe, how about you? Do you have any value bet here?
Yeah, went the way of Meraki. His form's really not that great, but I think he is getting a class relief, and also gets Alfie Chan, who actually had a really good day on at Shatin, considering that he's an apprentice right now. Look, his last couple starts have been. I think the last one on the all weather back in on the 29th of December looked little bit better. He is going to step up in trip to 1650. He has had a win in the class that he was at before, so this is a class 4 race, and he's had wins in a class 4 race carrying a top weight before, so that doesn't concern me. I think you are going to get decent value on him. He is right now at 10-1, so I think he'll be okay here. I'm just gonna try to ride the lukewarm hand of Alfie Chan in this race.
Yeah, for Joe's value bet number 4, Meraki, this time jumping from gate 2, and I believe that this horse is quite competitive in class 4. Currently, the price is $10. And for me, I also have my value bet in race 5, also a $10 horse. That will be number 9, Shadow Breaker. He is having quite a good start in this season. He won on his seasonal debuts over this course and distance. However, because this horse as a coach, you know that always there are the coach living in Hong Kong, they not always can run some consistent performance. So maybe last time out was quite a bit forgivable. And then before this starts, he is having quite intensive track work recently. And I think that I can still give him one more chance, because at the rating of 50, I believe that Shadow Breakers is still able to win in a class 4, not carrying a top weight. He will be just carrying 125 pounds, which is quite okay for him. So I will also have my value bet here, that is number 9, Shadow Breaker. So to sum up the first leg of the triple trio, race 5, Sarah and Steve go for number 3, Dr. Winning, and Joe has his value bet here, that is number 4, Meraki, and I also have my value bet here, that is number 9, Shadow Breaker. And then we jump to the second leg, race 6, it is a class 3 over 6 furlong. Sarah, which horse do you like?
I like 11, Flaming Passion here. He's just a very intriguing horse. Chadwick is staying aboard, which I really like. Chadwick has seemed to really get to know this horse. They did have a bit of an unlucky race last time out at the end of December over, well, it was his first attempt at a class 3. But just if you rewatch the replay, it looks like he had a little bit of a misstep coming into this stretch, which just kind of spoiled the rest of his performance. But some days you're just going to have a bit of an unlucky trip. But I think he's a very strong horse. This is the second time really trying a class 3. I think this is my value bet as well. You are going to get great value on him. He was performing very well at a class 4 level. So to really up it to a stronger competition, I think this horse has shown great form and great improvement lately to really perform strong in this class. So I'm excited to see how he's really going to run here. And like I said, Chadwick, I just think knows this horse in and out at this point.
Yes, and Sarah's value bet race 6, number 11, Flaming Passion. Currently, the price is 7.8, still carrying a lightweight, quite a good chance here. And then, Steve, how about you? Which horse do you like?
I went for number 5, Party Warrior, drawn 10, lightly raced horse. He won 2 starts back. And he stayed on well last time behind A Smile Like You as barrier 10. It's not the best draw, but I think he's an interesting horse. He's kind of an enigmatic character. I think things have to drop just right for him. But I think he's a classy horse. Matthew Poon on board. He went close to Francis Louis the last time with Igniting, so I hope he has better luck this time. I think Jazz Angel's interesting with Moreira on board, but he tends to fluff the start. If he breaks on terms, he has a very good chance. And Falls is interesting for a debut for Tony Cruz. He was a Geelong winner, a maiden winner in Australia. But yes, Party Warrior for me. I think he could bounce back.
Yes, right. Number 5, Party Warrior. I think that racing over 6 furlong is much more better than 5 furlong. So keep on 1200 meters this time. I will also keep my eye on him. And then, Joe, how about you? Do you like any debutants here?
Yeah, I went for number 3, Falls. I think the handicapping is going to have him at the class 3. So he did have a really good maiden win over at Geelong, just like Steve's, the one that Steve has mentioned. He is going to carry 56 with Vincent Ho, and I don't know. I really like these debutants from Victoria, because they've shown, I think, out of all the ones around the world, that the Victorians are the ones that seem to do well after they've come from Australia. So it's not going to be that much of a top weight. He's only going to carry 56 kilos, but he did hit the line really, really strong in his debut, and I think he's trialed well as well. So I think that you might get a little bit of decent value here, maybe something underneath, and if he wins, that would be a big surprise. So I'll take Falls here.
Yeah, number 3, Falls. He will be the first son of Swear racing in Hong Kong, and then this horse actually won a barrier trial here. So I will also quite looking forward to him. And for me, I will go for Joe Moreira's ride, number 9, Jazz Angel. Because we just mentioned that over his 3 starts in Hong Kong, he always jumps slow, and then however he could chase well. That was quite impressive for me. And then this time he will have some gear changes, blinkers on, the hood on, and the tongue tie for the first time, and then also with Joe Moreira on board again. And I think that recently he is improving, and he is doing quite well during the morning track work. And hopefully, if he can jump well this time, Jazz Angel has quite a good chance to have some breakthrough here. So to sum up the second leg of the triple trio, race 6, Sarah has her value bet here, that is number 11, Flaming Passion. Steve goes for number 5, Party Warrior. Joe likes number 3, Falls, and I will go for number 9, Jazz Angel. And then we jump to the final leg, race 7. It is a class 4 over 6 furlong again. Sarah, which horse do you like?
I struggled with this race. I went back and forth with the 2 and the 3, and I ended up landing on the 3 here. Smart Idea with Bentley aboard. Bentley has ridden this horse last 2 times out. He really closed out 2021 showing really impressive form and really a good turn of foot he's been showing on the Happy Valley track. So I'm really interested here to see how he's going to come back. As a 3-year-old career, he really has great breeding for this distance. He just needs to really settle mid pack, and he's another horse that I think needs to be held back just a little bit because he just likes to go and then let him loose come the stretch. So we'll see how Smart Idea runs, and I kind of hope it's a smart idea to be picking this horse. So I'm sticking with the 3 here.
Yeah, right. Number 3, Smart Idea. This time he will be jumping from a better gate 3 this time, and I believe that he will have a better performance than last time out. And then Steve, how about you? Who do you like?
Well, like Sarah, I was looking at number 3 as well, Smart Idea, but eventually I came down on the slightly older horse, the 4-year-old, number 2, Savvy Delight. He's just getting better, isn't he? He's had 2 runs. He was 4th on debut, then 2nd. With normal improvement, you'd think he would have a very good chance. So I'm going for Savvy Delight. Interesting race. Spicy Grill, I'd like to mention. He was last year, the early part of last year, he was just languishing in Class 5s. He's a small horse, isn't he? And I actually thought he would just sort of stay in Class 5s. But to my surprise, in a way, he's actually won 3 races since. And if you look at his last run, it was really good. He was slowly away. And he really wore down the leader at the end and won well. He's up £7. He's a very nice horse, but I think he's got a bit more to do now. So Savvy Delight, hopefully, for Moreira and Size.
Yes, number 2, Savvy Delight. He is quite a lightly raced, and I think that he is still improving. And Joe, who do you like here?
I went with Spicy Grill, the number 6 with Karis Teton. Like that last run was really good, and he's drawn number 5. With Happy Valley, it's kind of tricky because the running in the 1200 looks really good for the front runners, and I know Spicy Girl came from the back, and he does have some good form behind him with like Happily Friends, we just beat Regency Star. Like this season's been, he only had his worst performance was a 6, so everything else has been pretty good. So Karis Teton has the mount, and I think that Spicy Girl could go back to back.
Yeah, right. Number 6, Spicy Grill is the last time winner, and this time Karis on board again. And for me, I think that the horses that we just mentioned, that are Smart Idea, Savvy Delight, and Spicy Grill, are quite dominating this field. And so I will go for number 2, Savvy Delight. As I just said, that he is quite a lightly raced. Just will have his third start in Hong Kong on Wednesday, and he's from the North Hemisphere, and he just turned 4-year-old in January. So hopefully we can see that this horse will improve after turning 4-year-old. So I'll go for number 2, Savvy Delight. So to sum up the final leg in race 7, Sarah goes for number 3, Smart Idea. Steve and I also like number 2, Savvy Delight, and Joe will go for number 6, Spicy Grill. And then after talking about the triple trio, we will move to our best bet powered by RaceQuant. Sarah, what is your best bet powered by RaceQuant?
My best bet comes in on race 8. This is another race. There's 2 horses I went back and forth with. I went back and forth between Harmony Fire, who now gets Purton aboard, and I ended up taking Joyful Win, the 3 horse in race 8. He's looking for a hat trick at Happy Valley. He had a really decent trial run. I mean, he did get a 5th there at Shawton, but I like that Chadwick has really got to know this horse. I'm really impressed how Chadwick has ridden this horse. Closing out 2021 just showed a lot of great improvement on how this horse is as an athlete, and really great form here at this distance at Happy Valley. So for me, it was, maybe Harmony Fire getting Purton aboard is going to be tough to compete with, but I'm going to take my chances here with 3, Joyful Win in race 8.
Yeah, Sarah's best bet, race 8, number 3, Joyful Win. Currently, the price is $11, and I don't think that the gate is a concern because he is really fast enough to overcome it. I'm quite looking forward to him. And Steve, who is your best bet powered by RaceQuant?
I went to number 3, race number 3, number 4, Lightning Storm, drawn 6, Zach Purton. It'd be great to see Zach Purton have a few winners and really ignite the Jockeys Championship again. Lightning Storm, he was a winner on debut. He was slowly away from the one barrier, but his class saw him through, just one narrowly. And Zach says he's not the finished article by any means. Of course, he's only had the one win, but the only one run, one win. But I think he's got a very good chance on this occasion. He's drawn 6, not quite so good. Hoping his class sees him through. An interesting race though. Packing Champion ran well last time. This time he's got gate 12, which won't be easy. And Star of Wuyi, first time at 1,000 meters, but I thought he might run well too. But hopefully, Lightning Storm's class can see him through.
Yeah, for Steve's best bet will be race 3, number 4, Lightning Storm. Currently, the price is 2.5 is the favorite in race 3. I also quite like this horse, quite looking forward to him because we have Zach Purton on board again, and this horse is doing quite well on his recent barrier trial. And Joe, how about you? Who is your best bet powered by RaceCon?
You know, the last couple of races and the last couple of meetings in Hong Kong have been blowouts with like a 60-1 and a 70-1. So I'm gonna be up against it for the best bet. I took race number 9, number 1, Zach Purton's Mount, Cheerful Days. Really good form coming into the last race, and then he ended up just not firing. I think he ran into a lot of traffic, but that it did give him some rating points to go up. So that's my main concern in this race, is that he's going to have to carry the top weight. But I think that Zach Purton, he's won on him before back at Sha Tin, and I think he could steer him to victory this time. Matthew Poon ran him into he was gonna wind up, and then he tried to force him through the middle instead of going outside, as which Alexi Bedel's been able to do the last couple of races when he's won. So I think Zach Purton is a good upgrade to this runner, and I think he could do it again. I know that you could probably throw out that last race, so I'm gonna go number 1, Cheerful Days.
Yeah, Joe's best bet in the finale, race 9, number 1, Cheerful Days. Currently, the price is 4.7. I think that he is really consistent over this trip, especially with Zach Purton on board. And for me, my best bet will be in race 4. I like number 6, Circuits Booming. The price now is 6.9. And then I think that this is a really good looking chestnut gelding with a blaze on his nose. He will have his second up on Wednesday. He went quite well on his debuts last time out. He jumped fast, but he was still green. But he could still finish 4th behind Mega Bonus. And then this time he will be jumping from a good gate again. Gate 3 this time would be quite favorable for his front running style. And then this time Karis Teton takes the ride. I will be more confident on him, and hopefully I can see him to improve. So my best bet will be race 4, number 6, Circuits Booming. And to sum up our best bet powered by RaceQuant, for Sarah, that is race X, number 3, Joyful Win. For Steve, that is race 3, number 4, Lightning Storm. Joe will be in the finale, race 9, number 1, Cheerful Days. And my best bet is in race 4, number 6, Circuit Booming. And let us move to talking about the value bet. Sarah, which horse is your value bet?
My value bet is race 6, the 11, Flaming Passion. I think, like you had mentioned, it's decent value right now. I think really, like I had mentioned, you could really toss his last race out. Just a bit of an unlucky day, but he's just really shown some great improvement at the end of last year. So Flaming Passion with Chadwick aboard. Like I said, Chadwick's gotten to know this horse, so he's going to give him a really great ride here.
Yeah, Sarah's value bet, race 6, number 11, Flaming Passion. Currently, the price is 7.8. And Steve, how about you? Who is your value bet?
I've gone to race number 2, number 12, Vector, drawn 3. I hope I'm tweeting tomorrow and with flyers and flames and explosions when this wins at a big price. I think he's kind of interesting. He's down to a mark of 24 now. He always looks really well. He hasn't enjoyed the best of luck sometimes. High barriers, slowly away, bad trips. But if you look back to his second run this season, he's actually 12 pounds better off with Zacian. Zacian was 3rd, Vector was 5th. I think he's got a good chance. Matthew Poon on board will give him every opportunity. And I'd rather take a good price about Vector than a skinny price about Zacian and Daily Beauty. I think I think they have questions to answer, and there's also winning strikes. And he was a bucking bronco when he came out on his restart. He was bucked repeatedly and threw Jerry Chow off. He's very hard to predict. He was a good run last time, but you never know what winning strikes he's going to do. So for me, yes, Vector. I'd like to think he'd be a good price, and hopefully, even if he can hang on and get into the frame, make the top three, I think it'd be good run from draw number 3.
Yes, whereas for Steve value bet, race 2, number 12 Vector, currently the price is quite good, $17. I'm quite looking forward to him, especially jumping from gate 3 is quite ideal for him. And Joe, can you repeat your value bet?
Yeah, my value bets in race number 5 for Meraki. I didn't mention this in the last time I was talking about him. He does have a lot of good form line against some other horses, Skyfield, Wellington, Cordyceps 6, Master 8. So I know that he was up against it in the high ratings. So I think the class relief, as I said before, should really help him out. So yeah, that's going to be my value bet. Race number 5, horse number 4, Meraki.
Yeah, okay. And for me, my value bet will be also in the first leg of the triple trio. Race 5, I will go for number 9, Shadow Breaker. Currently, the price is $10, just same as Joe's value bet Meraki. Shadow Breaker is a coach in Hong Kong. Not always we can see him to have a consistent performance, but I will go keep an eye on him and give him one more chance because currently the rating he is quite competitive. So that's our value bet and our best bet and our triple trio selection. Just like last week's Happy Valley Spear Garden, again, we cover race 2 to race 9 in our show. Hopefully you will enjoy it. And thank you for watching. Good luck on Wednesday. See you next time. Bye-bye.